To a special edition slumber party paint with me. Today we're going to be painting this blue hat. Clouds all over it, so it looks like the sky. I've got my paint here, white, cup of water, all of my slumber party goodies, matching pajama set, big old blanket, pillows, and money. Also this eye mask, but I can't really use this while I'm painting, so this will be for when I'm sleeping. The first thing I'm probably going to do, oh, I already got the white one out, is maybe sketch a few clouds on here with this white water-soluble Neocolor 2 wax pastel. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start drawing clouds. I'm not sure how big I want the clouds to be, like maybe this big. So maybe I'll leave room to do that later. I think I might want to look up like cloud references maybe. I feel nervous about painting clouds. I want them to be bold. I don't want them to actually look like textured like a cloud. Okay, here's like a bunch of different cloud shapes. Okay. I think I want to put a patch on the front with the word grumpy on it. That was my original idea for the hat. I didn't come up with the clouds until after I picked this blue color. I'm gonna leave a spot in the front. I think I want to embroider a patch on with the word on it. I'm just gonna start with the top then. So I'm just gonna keep going with this, drawing clouds all over. I just really faintly drew it. I don't even know if you can see. I just put really faint. Yeah. Maybe I should just go right in with paint. This is almost really difficult to draw out. As long as I know where this word needs to be. Just like right here. We should be good. I'm just gonna get some paint ready. I don't know, should I be worried about getting paint and anything? I don't think I will. Okay. I'm so nervous. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna go right for it. Here we go. Happy little clouds. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, no, this is gonna turn out great. This is gonna turn out really good. So, I posted on Instagram asking for questions so we could have like slumber party chit chat. I got a few. Let's just dive right in. I'm gonna do some painting. I'm gonna answer some questions. I'll get some close-ups once I have like a few more clouds. I'll try to like aim it so you can see it at least a little bit. Okay, so let's start with question number 1. Favorite thing to draw. My favorite thing to draw is definitely people. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I tend to draw human faces a lot. I definitely lean towards like female faces. I really like to draw like just lines, like just like abstract lines. Whoosh, whoosh. Like that kind of style. I don't know, does this cloud seem like it's going okay? Are you getting cloud vibes? I don't know, maybe I should make this poof, poof a little different. Poof. Yeah, I like that poof a little better. Okay, so did I answer my question? What was your favorite thing to draw? I think I did. Well, also you could put landscapes in there. I really like doing landscapes. So, people, landscapes. Okay, next question. What is your favorite band? I actually don't really listen to a ton of music. I don't have like a lot of favorite bands or have any like bands that I'm like really passionate about. I have always listened to a lot of Regina Spektor and maybe like an embarrassing amount of the Lumineers. I don't know. I'm always embarrassed about that for some reason. And also a lot of Lady Gaga. I think those are the top 3 artists I listen to the most. I've only done one cloud. I'm just talking and talking. Okay, let me paint another cloud. Get another cloud started. Ooh, I don't feel like I'm doing this cloud as well. I'm gonna put it on my knee. Okay, give it some shape. Next question. How would you rate your art journey and why? Also, hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. That's so sweet. Okay, I would rate my art journey. I don't really know necessarily what rating system you knit this question on, but let's see. I would rate it as like, have I enjoyed it? Has it been difficult? I think these are all the questions that go into how I would rate my art journey. 10 out of 10. There you go. I would say 10 out of 10. And I would rate it 10 out of 10 because I think that despite the fact that I haven't like grown a lot in popularity on any social media platform, or despite the fact that I don't really make a ton of money doing art, I think that I've grown a lot in skill. I think that I have a very clear direction of where I want to go, and I think that's what's important. Like years ago, I didn't really know what I even wanted to do with art, so like I've veered into different paths, but in trying so many different things, I figured out what I want to do. I learned a lot in school. I went to art school for I think about 3 years. Learned a freaking ton. And then for the last few years I've been working like independently for myself with my online shop, and then doing art markets, and then also doing freelance. I've also grown a ton of new skills. Dang, I feel like I keep messing this one up. It's like right on the seam. I feel like I'm struggling to make it look nice and rounded around the seam. I'm glad I picked this round brush. That's really helping with making the edges of these clouds. Okay, I gotta get cozier. It's like getting covered in clouds just like I wanted. Okay, I am going to switch angles so you can just watch me paint the last of these ones. Next question. What is your favorite traditional media and what is your least favorite traditional media? My favorite would probably be gouache. definitely some form of paint like that, like gouache, ink, watercolor. Those are all very similar mediums. I also really like, I have these black pencils. My least favorite traditional medium? Honestly, I don't know if I have a least favorite. HB pencils, like the silvery gray. I don't like the way it looks. I like the texture of it, but I don't like the shininess of it, or that it smudges a lot. I used to really dislike colored pencils, but I thought that the only colored pencils were like the ones that were like really faded and didn't get very vivid. I never really liked the way that you couldn't like get like really bold colors out of them. But lately I've been seeing like a lot of artists posting like really beautiful colored pencil work that like I think that there's colored pencil brands out there that I would like. So I'll probably end up trying colored pencils in the near future, but that used to be on the list of things that I did not like to use. So what I'm doing here is just adding a second coat over top of all of the clouds for boldness, because I didn't think that a single coat was really making them pop off of the hat as much as I wanted them to. And I pretty much just did this until I passed out. Sponsor for this video. Thanks, sponsors. Okay, so now that I have the whole hat painted with the clouds, I need to get my patch ready. So the first thing I'm going to do is get a piece of fabric all ready to paint onto. I am quickly realizing that it makes no sense to glue the shape of a cloud outline to cut out. I don't know why I'm trying to do this, so I'm just gonna get rid of this piece. I think it's gonna make a lot more sense if I just cut a cloud shape out and then glue the edges afterwards. I'm not even sure why I tried to start doing that. Okay. I'm just using some simple Mod Podge. I am gonna put it along the edges of the patch so that the edges should hopefully not fray. So now that all my edges are glued down, I am going to make a mock-up of the final patch so that I can get all my colors and the placement of the letters figured out. I'm just tracing my cloud into my journal. I do have one question left, I think, from the Q&A I got. Now that I have the letters all figured out, I'm going to start testing my colors. So let's just get right back to painting and answering questions. So the last question I got was, how did you come to find your art style? Which is kind of a loaded question. I think it was just years of drawing a lot and years of saving a lot of inspiration photos, like drawings that I really like from artists that I really like. I really think that doing life drawing really affects someone's style, and I also think that studying, like literally studying art, really affects the growth of someone's style. Because like I said earlier, like I went to art school for years, and you do a lot of art. Like you don't do just like a drawing for a couple hours every weekend. Like you're doing like drawing and drawing and drawing like for hours and hours and hours every single day. Your style just kind of ends up developing itself when you're doing that much work. Because I never really tried to pick a certain art style. I learned I really like line art. I tried for a really long time to draw without line art because that's what a lot of my favorite artists were doing at the time. And I tried and I tried and I tried, and every time it looked so weird. And eventually I realized like I always liked my sketches better than I liked my paintings. And my sketches obviously always had line art because that's what a sketch is. And I think one day I did a sketch and I painted underneath it, and I left the sketch over top of it, and I was like, oh my gosh, what if I just kept leaving like sketchy lines over top of my paintings? And then I could have the best of both worlds. I could have the paint color, but then I could still have like the looseness of the sketch. And so I did that for a while, and I literally would just do sketches and then I would paint them. But eventually I started realizing like I liked the line, like I would just like start erasing a little bit more of the lines and like cleaning them up a little bit more. And then eventually I started doing like completely separate line layers over top of my sketches, totally redrawing over top of the whole sketch to make it all nice and cleaned up. And that's kind of where we're at today. I do paintings usually with like a textured pencil-y line work layer, and that's always like a cleaned up version of the sketch layer that I did underneath. Okay, I think this went pretty well. I finished the patch. All the edges are dry. It seems like it helped with the fray a lot. So all that's left is I have to sew this onto the front of the hat. turned out. Oh my gosh! I'm a grumpy cloud girl, just like I dreamed. I'm actually going to list this in my store because I freaking love it. And I have more of these hats, so I think it'd be perfect. So if you want your own grumpy hat, hit up my store because I'm definitely gonna put this in there. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like if you're feeling grumpy, or also if you're not feeling grumpy.